Each day, from the moment we open our eyes to the world, we are presented with a choice, an often unnoticed yet profound choice. It's the choice of what we allow into our minds. In a world where our senses are constantly assaulted by a flood of information, images, and sounds, this choice has never been more critical. Consider this: your mind is like a fertile garden. Every thought, every piece of content you consume is a seed planted in that garden. Some seeds grow into beautiful flowers, trees, and fruits. These are the thoughts that bring joy, peace, and wisdom. But other seeds, when left unchecked, can grow into weeds, choking the life out of everything good and pure in that garden. Today, we delve into the wisdom of the Stoics, a wisdom that teaches us how to cultivate our mental garden with care, to ensure that what grows there nourishes our soul rather than drains it. In this video, we will explore the deep connection between what we feed our minds and how we experience life. We'll discuss why it's essential to protect your mind from negative content, and how doing so is not just a matter of personal well-being, but a profound responsibility to yourself and those around you. Let's start by grounding ourselves in the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, a school of thought that has endured for centuries because of its profound simplicity and practicality. Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot control the external world, we have absolute power over our internal world. This idea is encapsulated in one of the Stoic maxims: you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This strength begins with the recognition that our thoughts shape our reality. The Stoics understood that the mind is a powerful tool, but like any tool, it must be used wisely. When we fill our minds with negative thoughts, with content that is destructive or toxic, we are effectively handing over our power to external influences. We become reactive rather than proactive, allowing the world to dictate our inner state rather than cultivating a state of peace and resilience from within. The ancient Stoics, from Marcus Aurelius to Seneca, consistently emphasized the importance of guarding the mind. They compared it to a citadel, a fortress that must be protected from intruders. In today's world, these intruders take the form of negative media, toxic relationships, and destructive habits. The question is, are you standing guard at the gates of your mind? Negativity often doesn't announce itself with blaring alarms. It's subtle, insidious. It creeps in through small cracks in our mental defenses. An alarming news headline here, a toxic social media comment there, a disturbing movie scene that lingers long after the credits roll. These seemingly insignificant pieces of content accumulate, and before we know it, they form a pervasive cloud over our thoughts. Consider the concept of neuroplasticity, which modern science has confirmed. Our brains are incredibly adaptable, constantly rewiring based on the stimuli they receive. When we consistently expose ourselves to negative content, we are literally reshaping our brains to be more attuned to stress, fear, and anxiety. Over time, this leads to a heightened state of vigilance, where our minds are constantly on alert, searching for threats, real or imagined. The Stoics were acutely aware of this phenomenon, even if they didn't have the scientific terminology we do today. They knew that what we focus on grows stronger. As Epictetus wisely noted, we become what we repeatedly think. If we immerse ourselves in negativity, we cultivate a mind that is fertile ground for fear, anger, and despair. But if we choose to focus on what is good, what is virtuous, we cultivate a mind that is resilient, peaceful, and capable of joy even in the face of adversity. Let's delve deeper into the consequences of feeding your mind with negativity. This is not just a philosophical issue. It's a deeply personal one with tangible effects on your health, your relationships, and your overall quality of life. When negativity becomes the dominant force in your mental diet, it doesn't stay confined to your thoughts. It spills over into every aspect of your life. Mentally, you may find yourself more prone to anxiety, depression, and stress. These mental states can become chronic, leading to a constant feeling of being overwhelmed, even by the smallest challenges. But the impact doesn't stop there. Negative thoughts trigger a cascade of physiological responses in the body. When we're stressed or anxious, our bodies release cortisol, the stress hormone. While this response is natural and necessary in short bursts, chronic exposure to stress can lead to a host of health issues, including weakened immune function, increased risk of cardiovascular disease, and digestive problems. Furthermore, negativity affects how we relate to others. When our minds are clouded with negative thoughts, we are more likely to lash out, to withdraw, or to lose patience with those we care about. Our relationships suffer as a result, leading to feelings of isolation and loneliness. The Stoics understood this interconnectedness well. They believed that our thoughts not only shape our own lives, but also ripple out to affect the lives of those around us. So, how do we break free from the grip of negativity? The Stoics offer us a powerful practice: mindful consumption. Just as we are careful about what we eat, knowing that our physical health depends on it, we must be equally vigilant about what we consume mentally. Mindful consumption begins with awareness. The next time you reach for your phone, turn on the TV, or engage in a conversation, take a moment to pause and ask yourself, is this content nourishing or depleting? Will it elevate my mind or will it drag me down? This simple act of pausing can make all the difference. The Stoic practice of prosouche, or attention, is crucial here. It's about being present and fully aware of what we allow into our minds. When we practice prosouche, we become the gatekeepers of our mental citadel, carefully selecting what we let in and what we keep out. This doesn't mean avoiding all challenging content. After all, growth often comes from facing difficulties, but it does mean being discerning. Seek out content that challenges you in ways that lead to growth, that inspires you to be better, and that aligns with your values. Guarding against negativity is only the first step. The next step is actively cultivating a positive inner environment, a space within your mind where peace, joy, and resilience can flourish. This process requires daily effort, much like tending to a garden. One of the most powerful tools the Stoics gave us is the practice of gratitude. By regularly reflecting on what you are thankful for, you shift your focus away from what is wrong in your life to what is right. This simple practice has been shown to rewire the brain, promoting a more optimistic outlook and reducing feelings of anxiety and depression. Another key practice is engaging in virtuous actions. The Stoics believed that living in accordance with virtues, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance leads to a fulfilled and meaningful life. When you align your actions with these virtues, you create a strong foundation for mental and emotional well-being. Each day, ask yourself, how can I live virtuously today? How can I contribute positively to the world around me? Lastly, surround yourself with positive influences. Build relationships with people who uplift and inspire you, who challenge you to grow in a supportive way. Seek out content that expands your mind, that introduces you to new perspectives, and that enriches your life. Remember, your environment shapes your mind. Make it one that fosters growth and positivity. One of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves is the time and space for reflection. The Stoics were adamant about the importance of self-reflection, understanding that it is through this practice that we can truly know ourselves and make meaningful changes in our lives. Make it a habit to regularly reflect on your mental diet. At the end of each day, take a few moments to consider the content you've consumed. Ask yourself, how did this content affect me? Did it bring me closer to peace? Or did it stir up unnecessary turmoil? What can I do differently tomorrow? This practice of reflection not only helps you stay mindful of what you're feeding your mind, but also allows you to make continuous adjustments, ensuring that your mental diet remains healthy and balanced. Remember, the goal is not perfection, but progress. Each day offers a new opportunity to make better choices, to be more mindful, and to cultivate a mind that is strong, resilient, and free from the burdens of negativity. In the end, the choice is yours. You have the power to decide what you will allow into your mind, what seeds you will plant in the garden of your thoughts. Will you choose to nurture thoughts that bring you peace, that help you grow, that make you stronger? Or will you allow negativity to take root, to cloud your mind, and to diminish your experience of life? The Stoics remind us that the quality of our thoughts determines the quality of our lives. By guarding your mind against negativity and cultivating a positive inner environment, you can find a sense of peace and fulfillment that is not dependent on the external world, but rooted deeply within yourself. So, stand tall as the guardian of your mind. Choose wisely, reflect often, and walk the path of Stoicism with courage and conviction. The journey may not always be easy, but the rewards are beyond measure. You deserve a life free from the chains of negativity, a life of true mental freedom. And with the wisdom of the Stoics as your guide, my friends, that life is within your reach.